right, Mr. Simple Biz Guy, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into this episode of the SimpleBiz360 podcast. My name is Jeff Mason, and I'm your host today, and we're just so delighted you're with us, and we are excited to talk about the currency of customer experiences today. So you can find us on 28 audio platforms. You can find us on YouTube, IGTV, which is Instagram TV. You can find us on Rumble, and then we're on our SimpleBiz360.com URL as well. You can go to the podcast tab. We have all 5 seasons laid out there. We've got the complete show notes. We've got links to the YouTube channel, links to the there's links also to the audio versions, and then we have the links to the suggested songs that we feature at the end of the show as well. So we're excited you're here today. I have 2 books up here in front of me as kind of props, if you will, and I've got a black hole and stars behind me on the graphics, so we'll kind of reference a little bit of that. But I really want to hone in on this one book that you see that has these theater tickets on the front cover, and that's a book that's called The Experience Economy, written by Joseph Pine II and James Gilmore. And this book came out in 1999, and it was these gentlemen who really bottled up and frameworked the concept of, hey, there is this economy that's out there, and its engine has been revving for a while, but it's alive and kicking, and you readers have to know about it. We call it the experience economy. And in that book, what I found very interesting is there's a sentence in there that just is so critical to the understanding the experience economy. And it says, time is the currency of the experience economy. And, that's what we're going to park on today, because we want to know, why is time the currency of this economy? Now, this isn't to be confused with an industrial economy and a post-industrial economy, the service economy. This is saying that, look, now we're in this zone where products and services are no longer just enough. You've got to look at the experience that we're creating, the experiences we're creating. You heard me talk a number of podcasts ago about the micro journeys. There are these series of experiences that are bottled up in the transaction process. A sit-down restaurant, I think, has 39 micro journeys embedded in them. And there's an episode we break these 39 micro journeys out. So these gentlemen were saying, listen, time is the currency. If we're not plugged into that, then we're missing the mark. Now, my book is up here as well, SimpleBiz360. I'm going to put this, I had the wrong hand up. SimpleBiz360 has been out for 5 years, and what I tried to do is just put out 255 timeless business tools that really, they'll last decades and decades long. It's nothing that's time sensitive, but it's really just simple, common sense stuff that allows us to deliver our goods and services and work with people in ways that I believe harness and work inside the experience economy to create better experiences for customers. And certainly, and the book was really written when I look back, it was really written for the entrepreneur who's never had exposure to best practice training and never really had they're kind of learning from mom or dad who handed the business down, or grandpa, or they're learning from the school of hard knocks, or they're reading some things, and they're never really being trained at the Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 level on these best practices. And I kind of bottle a lot of stuff up and glean from third-party influencers to just help the reader, help the entrepreneur avoid some pitfalls and get a better return on their investment of their, hard-earned money, where they opened up a company and, went for it. So, I don't want, there's so many companies that go out of business after a couple of years. My heart's desire is that this little book, SimpleBiz360 Timeless Business Tools, can help you avoid some of those business costing events. And, in the same sense, create better customer experiences. So let's take a look at this time, right? But really, time. What do these guys mean? What do I mean when I reference time? Well, I kind of take their sentence and I extrapolate on it more. And here's where I come in on it. Respect the time of the customer. Customer's time is very important, and to waste their time is really it's not good for business. It's not making them happy. They're probably not going to articulate to you that you're wasting their time. But if you are wasting their time, they're not happy about it because it's their time. So, how do we do this? Well, there's so many different ways to respect the time of the customer, but, it's something that we have to put front and center. Respecting the customer time also respects their money, because it's their money they're laying out to buy your product or service. And if you're creating more time for them, or, if you're requiring them to spend more time than they really wanted to just to get the job done and get to the end of the transaction, or it's time consuming after the transaction, you're not really respecting their money that they're spending with you either. So respecting customer workloads shows respect for their time. A simple example, I used this in a recent speaking engagement I had in the beginning of May down in Daytona Beach when I spoke to a national audience. And here it is. It's if you look at the dealership application process, let's just take any company. I'm sure if you are selling something to retailers or e-commerce venues, you're a manufacturer of a brand, branded products, and you're selling to these folks. You probably have a dealer application so they can establish, just basic information with you, banking information, ship to, bill to, and certain things like that, right? So there's, phone numbers, fax numbers, email addresses, bank information, people's names, people's email addresses. Well, in the old days when we had these, when we hit the juncture where the customer says, yep, I want to do business with you. Let's do this as the opening order. Great. What I'll do, Mr. Jones, is I'll fill out most of the credit application for you, or the dealer application, and then I'll take that form and I'll email it off to you. And all you have to do is fill in the rest. Oh, Jeff, that would be great. Thank you so much. That saves me time, right? That's really nice of you to do that. Well, in today's world, we're going in this B2B network and, business realm. We're going to filling out online dealer applications. So now the salesperson can't participate in this process. I can't take the workload off the customer and shoulder 65% of the filling out of the dealer application. Something small, but I'm using it as an example that you can, use your imagination and think of larger examples. So, okay. They go online, they fill out this dealer application. Well, they have to fill out 100% of it now, whereas I could help them before. But now, you know what? We switched the workload. And when you talk to so many companies, why do we switch the workload? Oh, well, it's quicker and easier for us. That's the wrong answer. And so many of us make it about the company, what's easier for the company, and we disregard the customer centricity factor, right? We disregard, if you listen to last week, right, that P234 business mapping, right? We disregard that and we say, hey, you know what? We're going to make this so it's easier for us. It's at the expense of the customer. So we start taking these lanyards with these workloads and we just start transferring these lanyards to the neckline of the customer saying, hey, thanks for being a partner with us. But you know what? You're going to shoulder more of the workload now. And we're going to, it's going to be easier for us, a little bit harder for you. But you know what? That's the cost of doing business with us. Wrong answer. So again, think about that. Respecting ease of use shows respect for customer time. So the more you can streamline things, you can streamline doing business with your company, the more you can make this a user-friendly platform, a user-friendly process, a reduction of time process. You shoulder more of the workload than they do. If you can make it easy, it shows respect for their time. We're going to talk about planograms. We're going to talk about You Pick Planograms in episode 255. I introduced this a number of weeks ago, and I argued that if we as companies can put together planograms, and if we can put them together and limit the choices of our customers, limit the decision making they have to embark on. We got 1,600 SKUs, and they want to know which ones to order. Well, let's put together some planograms for their business segment that, hey, here's 3 choices. You can pick A, B, or C. It's already got all the product assortment in it. And now your decision's limited to A, B, or C. It's not 1,600 SKUs. We're making it easier for them through the planogram process. By the way, that planogram process is paying big dividends, and I'll share more about that on episode 255. I'll tell you the final tally on that. So, respecting clarity shows respect for time. These emails that are 1.5 pages long that have, 19 different points in them, and the customer has to figure out they're all run-on sentences and there's 2 points in one run-on sentence. You know what? They want to just be able to look at this and have their eyes dart at bullet points quickly. They can go, if they didn't get something or they have to share something with a coworker and they refer to bullet point 13, they can find it quick. They don't have to look and search and hunt and peck through this laborious, email that's, all these run-on sentences. Make it clear for them. And we say, we talk about, brevity. Make it brief, make it clear, and just, number it. If there's 19 of them, number them, for Pete's sake. Make it simple for the customer. So be clear. Hey, how do you use this product once you buy it? There's 6 easy steps. We have a video that shows you the 6 steps. We number the steps. Here are the 6 steps in written form. It's simple. Right? Respecting communication shows respect for time. Just had this talk the other day with a company about courtesy communication. What is it? Well, it's a communication mindset that respects the time of the customer or your associate, your colleague, your teammate. If you can be proactively sending them out communication about things without them asking you about it, you're providing this voluntarily, and you're in essence plugging in to this respect for their time mindset. Again, great example. This company I work for, I mentioned it a couple episodes ago. They just recently bought a brand that I've been working for over 10 years. They bought the brand, and one of the goals of the new owner is he's going to try to communicate to the dealer base, which is extensive, thousands of dealers, communicate to them every 48 hours where we are in the transition process. Why? He understands the concept of respecting the time of the customer. This information is allowing them not to have to make a phone call, send an email. It's turning off that need for that person to hunt and peck for an update. They're just getting it. So, it's certainly a valuable thing. And what it does, you look at the graphic behind me, it just erases that, that unknowing black hole. Like where is everything right now? Oh my gosh. When are these guys going to reopen? When are they going to resume shipping? When are they going to resume order taking? What about my back orders in the process of, this company buying this whole other company? Where is everything? So, we want to make sure that we are respecting communication of the customer, and that's showing respect for their time. Now, if you respect those 6 things, right? Their time, their money, which is part of time, their workloads, their ease of use, the clarity, and the communication, you're actually demonstrating good stewardship of that customer's money and their time and everything that's involved in that. You're showing good stewardship for those 6 factors. You're saying, hey, you chose a great vendor because we are making sure that your money is well spent and you're getting what you want, right? So we're good stewards. Also, respecting those 6 things also leads to more repeat business. That customer is going to have a favorable experience with you, right? The experience economy, right? That's what we're talking about in these 2 books. It's allowing that customer to have a great experience and say, hey, you know what? I'm coming back for more. I like the way these guys do business. I'm going to do my next order with them, not someone else. And it's certainly that respecting number 1 through 6, those factors, leads to more referral business. They're going to say, hey, listen, these guys are buttoned up. These guys are on it. You should go to the ABC company. They know what they're doing. They create great customer experiences, right? That's what you want, right? So, it's not hard, but we make it hard. The experience economy is so flippin' cool because it really allows us to break things down into experiential compartmentalization and components of an overall bigger transaction puzzle. So, at any rate, that's what we're all about. That's what we've been trying to do for 245 episodes. That's what we're going to keep trying to do. That's what these books are about. So enjoy either of them. You can find them on Amazon. And today, we're going to leave you with a great Rolling Stones tune back from 1963. So kind of right when the British invasion kicked in with the U.S., right? Time is on my side. Rolling Stones, a classic. I mean, it doesn't get any more classic than this. Time is on my side, 1963. Enjoy, and we will see you in 168 hours.